and he told his team, we can either prove that committee wrong or we can prove them right today. They want to try and prove them wrong.
He admitted it was a pretty devastating week. It was 10 days ago that the Sycamores lost to Drake in the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament Final. Just on Saturday, in a span of 3 hours, they watched conference tournaments across the country as four conference
round. He went flying over a defender who was on the ground, and he's had back issues, and people were concerned he might not come back at all. He took it. He was right back out there after a couple of possessions.
In the first round, ISU beat SMU 101-92. They were down 13 in the second half of that game. Whoa. Hesitation, he scores.
That's the thing.
Yeah, but he said the thing he enjoys the most is that his teammates get to enjoy the spotlight that's been on him all year.
Well, what I love about this, Myron, is the very second guy, Conwell first, but the second guy that Coach Schertz went to visit when he was recruiting first year at Indiana State was Robbie Avila, because he fits the system so well. Look at this guy.
He's on fire.
Stafford. Boy, almost lost it. And that rebound tipped to Conwell. And here they come in the open court. Larry. Avila will set that ball screen. Larry finds Avila. Beautiful down. He slipped. And with Indiana State with a 2-point lead. Busy night in the Valley. All 12 teams in action. With a lot on the line from a conference standing standpoint. Larry. Now it's Kent baseline on Schwieger.
Degrees in his time at the University of Evansville. The Aces come up empty on their first possession. Indiana State to work, looking quickly inside. That wears down to Swope. They'll bring it back out. Now Avila, inside out feed. Conwell 3, bang. Good start for
Down 10 with 3:51 to go. And Indiana State, I can't say they've been in this situation this year. They've been in some tough ones, and so they're going to have to pull out a little bit of magic to pull this one off, but have time.
Magic, no doubt, but you're going to have to get shots up in a hurry. Swope has been hot from 3. He's got 2 triples in the last 10 minutes. And Avila cuts underneath.
Indiana State by a point. Belmont once led by 19.
Indiana State doesn't call a lot of plays. They just run a flow offense, which means they read and react. They know where they're supposed to be. The ball doesn't stick much, which is one of the things they're so good at. And
well, out to Jason Kent.
Conwell's a guy that averaged like 2 points a game last year at South Florida.
Avila scores, and he'll be on the line.
Shooting with confidence. He's a very good shooter.
He's leaning just a little bit.
He was thinking about it a little bit. He's got to stay aggressive, taking the right shots. Chance Moore does. They do need a scoring. As Avila, something they do rare, which is they set a ball screen for
Avila. Back the other way. Ryan Conwell. Conwell up top. Conwell working on Sam Alajiki. Avila finds an opening, goes up. The ball partially blocked, but he's...
It's stolen away by Kobe Johnson.
And there's the 2 star role players that I love. Johnson with the great defense, Anya with the ball handling. These guys have great assists, turnovers, shooting percentages, defenders, and
Swope to the left hand. Freshman rising for the rebound. Avila the spin. Back to Swope. Coach Schertz, he is orchestrating the offense over there from the sideline. Back to Avila. One of the best looks that he's had all day, and he knocks it down. Isaiah Swope, he's starting to feel it. Avila over to set the screen. Swope says, I don't need it.
Rhode Island play Avila differently.
There's no great way to do it with a player that good, but I agree that if you let Avila have a big game, but you don't give up threes to everyone else, don't let Avila have a great game passing and scoring, it's a good strategy.
McContry, pocket pass for Avila.
A big smile on his face going back to the court after he had almost 3 Billikens around him making that tough shot.
McContry. He scores at the other end for St. Louis. Avila trying to work on the McCautry screen. Kicks it back out. Jimerson in the corner. He's in the box score.
That's a shot that was also taking hours and hours of practice for Bailey. He can make that hook so well over defenders. That's led him to be in the leading scorer in the league this year.
Twice this season he's gone for 30 points or more. This is Anya. Leaves it for Jimerson. Quickly to Johnson. Working down that shot clock once again on this possession. Avila into the paint. And he gets the Billikens.
And you can't leave him open too much. Neskovich underneath, looking for the foul, no call. Jimerson gets it out. Avila got hit in the face, trying to shake it off as he jogs up the court, has the ball now. Avila going to work. Banging with Tanner. Feeds it inside. Nice pass for Kellen Thames. Did the same.
They shoot so many mid-range shots. It's just unusual in today's game, the analytics of today's game, but they're not really trying to get all the way to the rim. Just 12 feet, 15 feet, shoot a pull-up.
It is the opposite of SLU. Avila all alone, easy layup, like he's in a layup.
Thames has two. He's in the game as Doetzler. So that pass bounced off his back. The Billikens able to take advantage. Anya sees the seas parts and finishes at the rim. He's good, man.
Architect of UMass Lowell's comeback. My gosh, what a player, and he's just a freshman. 18 for Somerville. Swope trying to beat Covington. Almost lost it. Got it back. Now trying to create some space. Throws it out to Anya with 10. Back to Swope with 8. He'll create it himself. Swope to Avila. Puts up a 3, and Robbie hits! 4 of 8 this season from 3, so he'll shoot the 3 every once in a while. He is able to knock that one down, though. And again, UMass Lowell is the most efficient offense in their conference, the America East. So you would think that they'd be able to stay in this game with some scoring. Swope, great pass, Avila. Who else?
Indiana State has yet to lead. Swope has a couple triples. He can pull from anywhere. Avila feeds him. Dreams with the lead.
The zone, and that's not an easy shot, but an important shot if you want him to get out of the zone. And like I said, that's just a quick side ball screen, but Schertz wants Conwell to get going. He doesn't have to attack. They gave him an opportunity.
Wolf along the left side, guarded by Rupert. Now to Avila. Gray around a pick, gets to the top of the key, 5 to shoot for the trees. Wolf thought about it, lobs it for Avila down low and lays it in, a mismatch.
Avila, you have to attack number 21, the big man in the powder blue wearing the goggles. Make him defend.
Hickman's got a ton of family here. He grew up just down the road in Bloomington. Avila got free and scores. First point.
Usually they like to post him a little bit, but again, every point's needed.
There goes Swope, pass deflected. And now Larry will attack again and lay it up with the left hand.
Rebound, unless, defensive rebound, you got to take it out every time, and you can't get out and go like you'd like to.
Next whistle is immediate timeout. Avila wanted Kent in the corner. Now he sidesteps. The big man can move it. As Larry, the extra pass to Kent, the cut, and the score.
After a little bit of a down year last year, coaches did a heck of a job bouncing back. Talent's good. The league is a little bit older, it looks like, and it's going to be a battle.
Absolutely, and you look at these teams like in Northern Iowa that has been able to stick together as a group. They do have an advantage over some teams that are still trying to gel this time of year.
Yeah, they do, and you can win all different ways. Right?
Bradley going to create some offense with their defense. Hannah coming off his first career double-double at Murray the other night. 19 points, 10 rebounds. Bradley has a 1-point lead. Nice move by Julian Larry.
Right after he picked it up.
So Kieran Powell comes back in. He's now on Avila. But really, I think their best bet has been Nolan Coswell when he's been out there. Coswell currently on the bench. Conwell, Avila, pretty pass. And
footwork to not travel there and find a way to finish that ball.
Coswell at 6'11", he's their tallest player. We talked about Kieran Powell earlier too. They are the big men in the middle, and speaking of the middle,
Ryan Pannone, and the first thing Coach Pannone said was he's a genius. And right now, the Indiana State defense looking real smart against Alabama.
Really good job doing some activity on the pick and rolls and rotating over from the reach side, jamming things up for Nick Pringle on that screen row action.
Conwell, step back three. Indiana State's on the board.
Well, you see how they
Throw was good by Mason. They're going to pick up some pressure in the backcourt. Selden on Larry. On the high post, Avila. They wanted a moving screen there. You can hear in the background, Julian Larry had the ball. Avila dribble penetration out deep in the corner. And I think the crowds are going to really get a lot bigger here this week. But we're glad that you're along. 27-21, Indiana State with the lead. Top, they try to get it to Miller. Again, Miller, the hot shooting hand from the perimeter. Avila. And then Bledson had the ball. Timer down to 10. Conwell back to Avila. Three-pointer swish.
On this lead and get back in this ball game.
Realize it's a little over 4 minutes since Isaiah Swope scored. Shot was way too hard. Bledson with the board. And Swope not out on the court currently, right? Yeah, I don't see him. There's Avila backing down. Good spin move, left it off. Shot clock is down to 12. Outside, three-point range. Conwell. Misfire there. Okay, let's bring that ball back in. They got it up in the air. And the tap controlled by Indiana State. So the two teams, Indiana State 2-0, defeating Pepperdine and Rice. And Toledo 0-2. That's a little bit of a surprise. They battled back from a big deficit against Irvine here a couple of nights ago, and they also lost to New Mexico 0-2. And the perimeter passing and
game goes way back for him. He's one of the top three-point shooters in the A-10, and that one was not an easy shot. I'm really impressed in this game with St. Louis's defense. They don't have great defensive personnel, but sagging Avila off and having the other guys chase people around is working.
Hard drive to the...
A gifted big man at his size.
And remember, he really shined Tuesday at Davidson when he had 17 of his 19 in the second half, including the game winner to cap off a 19-5 run to close it and win by a point. Avila. Oh, he's hot.
The switch to zone works for Coach Schertz immediately.
The Bonnies started this game 7 of 8 from the field, but now with that miss, they are 1 for their last 9. Killian Brockoff in off the bench. Jimerson driving, and he lays it in.
Here's the problem. They're leaving Gibson Jimerson open, and he is making them pay. Johnson controls for SLU here. Early second half, SLU by 9. Now they're face guarding Jimerson, trying to make sure he does not beat them. Anyone but Gibson is the key. Avila, the spin cycle, and the...
Hey, you're right about that. That will bear watching. Can you keep that up for 40 minutes? Billikens coming off a 93-90 win against UMass Lowell, in which they led by 21. UMass Lowell hit their last 8 threes of the game and made it agonizingly close. Avila, open three, buried. Robbie Avila. One is long from Amy. He will fire up some shots here tonight. Anya, coming off a week of illness, gets it to Jimerson. Anya, over to Swope. Billikens get Isaiah going. He hits a three. He was...
For necessarily his outside shooting, more of a guy that puts it on the ground and gets to the basket. That's a big shot there. Was taking what the defense had given him.
Comes off of a 19-point performance against UC Irvine. and it's a 2-point game. So the back and forth they go, and the cutter was.
They see Netches, who's a thick, strong guy, get him in the post against Amari, who's not totally used to doing that, and they take advantage.
Now on the other side, can Netches stay with the guard, McCautry?
Right.
Nope, not that time.
And now see if Durkin wants to get in his direction. Instead, he gets it to LaPut, and he can't get a shot up into the air.
Recognition. They tried to cut on Avila. He recognized it. And, you know, sometimes you have foot speed, which Avila will tell you he's not great at, but then you have mental speed.
Avila rolling to the basket.
For Indiana State. First foul on Swope. And now a giveaway for Murray State. These are dangerous. Nice pass inside. And finishing is outside of Burge. Just a youngster, learning the game. 42-inch vertical jump. He can get his own. Hey, nice answer for Derek Forrest.
Sneak it through. Just a beauty. The Loach snuck it through to Edwards.
We said St. Louis is flat out denying top blocking, staying with Loyola shooters. When you can't catch the ball, cut it. And even though Avila is back there, he's not a shot blocker.
Avila to Jimerson. Good look.
Simpson running the floor. Simpson attacks. Clearing the board is St. Louis's leading rebounder, Kalu Anya, the Brown transfer. Swope, nice feed to Anya. Oh, extra pass, Johnson lays it in.
As the runner goes up and in again by Reynolds. You know, Anya, who averages 7.5 points a game and also 9 rebounds to lead St. Louis, talking about number 6 in blue.
Yeah, you know, everybody needs a guy that can score the ball.
Being really determinant of how a game can go. I think if the Riverhawks can have a good second half, they can make this game tight. Billikens, good pass in there to Anya for 2.
Sycamores.
Conwell gets it into Avila.
Got a mismatch if they can find it. And they're trying to find it.
Conwell. Got it! And a foul.
Wonderful yesterday. 19 points, 19 rebounds. That's like a week's work.
It was really impressive to watch, particularly at the end of the game.
Yeah, he was great.
Larry off the screen by Kent. He's got a speed advantage here. The help comes for Northern Iowa. Conwell hasn't hit a 3 yet until now.
Because Indiana State, just because they can score. We talked about Beacon's going to have to score at a high level in this one just because of the points and the efficiency of Indiana State's offense. I think for Indiana State, you know, you can't have turnovers in this game. I think Babel can do that to some teams sometime. They can create some turnovers, so got to limit those. And if you're looking for a path to victory for the Beacons, it's Stafford and DeVero. Dynamic guards who can fill it up.
Approaching the 5-minute mark left in this one. Wolf will take the screen from Daughtry. On top, Kidulis. Now to Shetler. 3 freshmen on the floor for the Sycamores now. Here's Wolf. Inside, Shetler, and Eli Shetler with the hoop.
Nothing at the very beginning of the game. Can they get a lead here? Durkin. Shot won't go. Avila, he thought about a 3, has not hit a 3 yet. Back to Kobe Johnson. Swope with the crossover. Swope with the shoulder. What a drive by Isaiah.
Corner, Russell cans it with his family in the background.
Just cannot leave him. I mean, he's constantly looking to score the basketball.
81st double-figure game in his career.
Quiet at this crowd.
It sure did. Anya with the shot clock at 10.
They're just off their rhythm, you know. When Swope and Avila not scoring, but
25, Hot 25 are on ESPN family of networks tomorrow. Going to be a loaded day, but here and now, can St. Louis execute? And I'm interested with this lineup. Getting Anya back in the mix here. Jimerson trying to get in that right-handed drive.
He does it again. He's got Smith comes off the Latong screen. Jimerson got a block. Avila's got it.
Swope for three. Nails it. 13 years at the Lincoln Memorial Division II, getting his chance at Indiana State, and now with the Billikens.
Indiana State, since Larry Bird, has always been an interesting job. It's not a perfect job, but you got to grind. Josh Schertz is a grinder.
What a three out of the corner from
student section rocking, and they are absolutely getting back to that here at SLU. Tonight's fun.
Yeah, and this building is perfect. A little over 10,000. If you get it full, it's a real big advantage for SLU.
Anya out to Jimerson. Jimerson with 14 points. Thames got locked up, and now Swope. He'll take it. Yes. Isaiah